People were asking for this comparison, so I thought I'd throw this up for everybody. At the very top, you can see the Nexus Pro. I've removed the stock. There's just a couple of cheapo iron sights on. Nothing else. There's some internal mods, but it obviously doesn't affect length or the size of the blaster. Below that is the Seagull, the Worker Seagull. Once again, I've removed the stock. There's no real mods on this other than I put a cheapo sight at the very top, a reflex sight, and I've got a QD point mounted on one of the side rails. And then at the very bottom, of course, we have the Unicorn. The Unicorn, as you can see, I've removed the stock. There's a cheapo sight at the top. No mods, nothing special. I do have the longer barrel on it. Same thing goes with the Worker Seagull, the longer barrel. But I think the thing I wanted to point out is to compare the actual body sizes. So barrel length, you can always modify, right? Both of the Unicorn and the Seagull barrel length. I mean, I can put the shorter barrel on both of them. And that will reduce that length, but the body is pretty much set, right? Like there's not much you can do about the body to shorten it. So here we go again, and I have to point out, as you can see, lined up, trigger to trigger, handle to handle, there's really not a lot of difference between the Nexus Pro and the Worker Seagull. The barrel, of course, the longer barrel on the Seagull kind of makes it longer, but really, as far as the bodies go, there's maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches of difference there at the front. And then the buffer tube is a little bit shorter on the Nexus, but it doesn't matter when you put a buffer stock on there anyway. So there you go, right? Like, do you consider the Nexus Pro a CQB blaster? If you don't consider the Nexus Pro a CQB blaster, it's really hard to say that the Worker Seagull is, some kind of CQB improvement on that. I mean, look at the length, right? I mean, this is it. They're really not much different in body length. The Unicorn is the one that's much smaller, right? Like the Unicorn is the size of the Aeon Pro, basically. That's where you're getting a real difference in the CQB, right? Of course, the Aeon Pro is hampered by the fact that it is top prime. The Unicorn has the pump grip, right? Which is, I think for most people, the pump grip is easier to use and certainly faster to use. But I just wanted to get this out there, right? If you don't think the Nexus Pro is a CQB blaster, then, I mean, the Worker Seagull, it's nice. Don't get me wrong, it's a really good blaster. I love it. I love it so far. But it's not really a great CQB blaster. It's good. I mean, you can use the Nexus Pro as a CQB blaster. You can use the Worker Seagull as a CQB blaster. I mean, the Unicorn is far and away a tighter package if you're going CQB. So, just thought I'd get this out here. Thanks. Have a great day.